what would be the thing that you would change, the most essential thing that you would change in someone's diet to begin with?
If I had to say the most important thing for a person to do, I would say lose the seed oils, all of them, immediately.
Mm-hmm.
Get them out of your diet. Second most important, lose the carbohydrates and plant materials, all of them, or as close to that as you can possibly achieve.
So the keto diet, for example, that's not a good diet because it includes a whole bunch of, plants.
Most keto diets are nonsense. They're based on a fundamentally flawed idea, i.e. the idea that the goal is ketogenesis all the time and the highest level possible. Still nonsense. I wouldn't suggest a keto diet to most people. I would suggest the thing that a person needs to undertake is a species-appropriate, species-specific diet, and that is 100% carnivore with 2 grams per kilo of lean mass protein intake per day, preferably in one meal. Fat to satiety, plus or minus eggs, plus or minus dairy, salt and water, rinse and repeat.
Mhm.
If you own keto sticks, throw them in the garbage. You don't need those ever.
Mm-hmm.
Don't test your ketones. Don't post on social media, will this kick me out of ketosis? Don't do it, because you'll find me coming after you. Or if it's not me coming after you, it might be this guy.
Oh, yes. What was
You
his
don't
name?
want that. Yellow Ted or Lord Edward Yellow, or sometimes just Ted. He's the real brains around here. He's in charge.
Back in the day, what type of animals were we hunting?
Large ruminants mostly. Mostly large ruminants, most people.
Where does animal vary fat or more lean compared to the type of meat that we find at the market, for example?
Ruminants tend to be fatter than gamey type meats. And
cows compared to a deer?
Cow's fattier than a deer by a long way. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. But back in the day, were we eating more?
Well, it depends on how far back in the day you're talking about.
Let's say,
Because if you go back far enough, it's mammoths.
Yeah.
And, large megafauna.
When you want to choose a cut of meat at the market, do you want the one that has a lot of extra fat, or do you want the one that looks more lean?
The fattier, the better.
The fattier, the better.
Yeah.
So if you start eating, for example, a cut of meat that's very fat, and you get full very quickly from the amount of fat, and you can hit your protein intake.
I've never had a problem with it personally.
Okay. What about the marbling in the meat?
All good. Marbling's awesome. Yeah, like Wagyu. Love Wagyu. That's awesome stuff.
Isn't that like compared to visceral fat for humans?
It is quite similar.
So it's not problematic. It's not pro-inflammatory.
No, why would it be?
I'm asking you.
The answer is no. Why would it be? I'm always encouraging people to think about what they've been told by someone, rather than repeating what they've been told by someone, expecting someone else to answer the question for you. So what I'm saying is, well, why would it be? Have you ever thought about that? It's not to put you on the spot. It's to be educational for everybody.
Absolutely. Because I thought the visceral fat was pro-inflammatory, or was like a bad type of fat that
Who told you
humans
that?
avoid having in their body. And so,
well, it's bad to have visceral fat on your own body. Yes, you don't want too much visceral.
A cow that is morbidly obese unhealthier than a cow that is healthy, like grass-fed?
I have never had a health problem because a cow's been fat.
Okay. Because
if a cow is overfat for a cow, then that cow is going to have health problems for that cow. But that cow's fatness is not going to affect my health.
I see.
Yeah.
So when I choose, for example, ground beef at the grocery store, should I go for 10%, 20%, 30%?
The fattier, the better.
The fattier, the better. Okay.
Based on what you are actually able to get from the butcher, by the way. I mean, there is such a thing as too much fat, but you're not going to get that from the butcher, because the whole society is set up to tell us to avoid fat and to give you not enough fat. Most ground beef, you're going to have to add fat to it to get it to be an acceptable level of fat, because they purposely keep it lean.
Level of fat?
Well, for me, an acceptable level of fat is enough that you are satisfied having eaten 2 grams per kilo of lean mass of the protein, and there's enough fat attendant with that that you feel satisfied.
Mhm. Okay, so everybody should just experiment with different
Well,
amounts of
the,
fat.
the, the, the thing is, you've evolved with a sense of hunger and satiety. It's there for a reason. And it's far more accurate than anything that anyone will tell you based on what some computer program tells you should be eating. You won't see pictures of cavemen standing around with calculators or putting their stuff into chronometer.
Mhm.
You'll see them,
Yes, of
throwing
course.
sharp pointy sticks at the fatty animals.
Well, I still find myself sometimes eating even if I'm not hungry, or eating past fullness,
Yeah, yeah,
like not noticing that I'm full and then I keep eating and after that I feel like I'm too full.
yeah.
Is that because
That's something to be mindful of. That's
Mhm,
that's the thing that's developed in Western society, and it's developed because of frankenfoods,
mhm. how,
habits,
how do you know if
etc.
you're actually hungry and you're not like just bored or you just have a mild
Okay. If you
craving?
say to yourself, geez, I feel a bit hungry, or you get that sense that you're hungry, offer yourself some fatty meat.
Mhm.
Do you want some fatty meat? No, I don't want that. You're not hungry.
You're not hungry. Yeah, that's what I usually tell people.
Yeah.
Okay.
In that case, you're just craving, and you're probably craving sugar, in which case you should ignore that completely.